Sports brings you...
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Lance. He's got him in. Complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one. As that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Now the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Now Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
To throw, it's Lance. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. And his throw is incomplete. The threat of a second string punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alex Anzalone. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, they sit him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
To try again after the sack. Jones. Henry's got it. Out on the left side. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. And he's taken down inside the 30. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now a play fake here on first down. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up first and goal.
Here we go now on first and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Gold is able to put it through, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past him.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Ronnie Perkins, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Now Lance going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England's offense set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he goes out right around the 39. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. A big play there for New England. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jones. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Patriots are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Gets around him. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. From the gun, here's Swift. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk. Why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But
You're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On the handoff, Stevenson.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back to Stevenson on 1st down.
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Now a handoff. Stevenson.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Now a run with Stevenson.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Off play action. Jones. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance. Open man is Quintez Cephas.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he fires one, but incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple of yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Jones throw complete there to Smith.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
He stands at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, New England.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
46 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
a gain of 14. First down, Patriots.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Stevenson.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. On 2nd and goal, Jones. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Looking to throw. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Flush to his right.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Throwing on first down is Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. From the 36,
Lance.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
And Lance's throw complete there to St. Brown.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Throwing now is Lance.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. For the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
First down, Patriots.
Jones on 1st and 10. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones.
And that'll be complete to Stevenson.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete. It's Henry. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video of those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it.
Lance now to throw.
Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Adams.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From midfield, here's Lance. He gets this complete to Cephas.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 27-yard line.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 24-yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
3rd and 6.
Here's Lance.
And he's going to go down here a sack. They push him back to the 34. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes Mac Jones and the rest of the Patriot offense.
And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. First down, Patriots.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last 3 plays have resulted in gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards here.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd and 10, Lance. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Now Lance.
Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here comes the Lions punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A 40-yard punt, no return. Out comes Zay Jones with the rest of his offense as they take the field. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chris Barnes. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's third.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Lance.
Buying time to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Lance. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 14.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Flushed out right. And he's brought down.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones throwing middle, but it's incomplete. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Aleem McNeil
Tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Lance now on 1st down.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Lance. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Lions on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 1st down, Lance.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Matt Judon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it. He'll get this off to Swift.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Quintez Cephas.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And give him credit, he deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively, my goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on fourth down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing and it turns into a touchdown?
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Wk12 in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Here's Jones off the play fake. Open man, the tight end Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, Stevenson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on first down. It's Stevenson, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. On second down now, it's Stevenson, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. And they take a knee. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. This is Stevenson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And you look back over the score